Well, alam mo naman na dapat natin intindihan din si Yusek Claire Castro dahil siyempre kailangan niyan depensahan din yung administrasyon. Pero gusto ko lang banggitin din sa kanya na alam mo, ang ebidensya naman nandyan na sa inyo eh. Ano? Nandyan din sa social media ang ebidensya. Unang-una, yung AKAP na lang. If you remember, nung last year, biglang nagkaroon ng AKAP na walang guidelines, pero ito'y na-distribute. No? At ang sinong nakinabang dito, mga congressman, na pinalabas pa nila na kakala mo sa kanila. At ang nakakalungkot nito, at nakapagtataka pa, ayaw pang i-share yung kanilang mga listahan. Ano ibig sabihin nun? At kami nga sa local government, gusto naming i-share yung listahan para walang redundancy, walang nauulit na nabibigyan ng beneficiary. Pero sila, ayaw nila. At talagang puspusan nun, lalo-lalo na nung December, grabe yun, ang bigayan nun, na pati yung ibang mga mayor sa ibang lugar talagang binabanggit sa akin na talagang bumabaha ng pera at ayuda. Ngayon naman, dahil doon sa controversy na yun, alam mo si Secretary Rex, napaka-decente niyan. At ang ginawa niya, ayaw na niya. Sabi niya, there will be no AKAP for 2025 budget for the SWD. But pati siya mismo, he was surprised na after the BICAM, nagkaroon ng AKAP. Hindi naman niya ni-request yan sa NEP. It's the President's budget. Kaya nagtataka lahat, biglang nagkaroon ng AKAP. Para kanino yung AKAP? Ngayon, tingnan mo, kung sinong gumagawa ngayon ng mga text messages na, na-approvean na yung guidelines ng AKAP, ipapadala na namin dyan. Doon sa loob ng Congress. Makikita mo pa doon Good day, Kong, nakalagay pa doon So, ibig sabihin, sila na naman. Unang-una, ang trabaho niyo gumawa ng batas. Hindi mamigay ng ayuda. Hindi yung lagi na lang puro pagkakapirahan nandiyan kayo lagi. Nakasawsaw kayo yan basta pagkakapirahan. Okay, yung AKAP, nilagyan nila ng ilang 26 billion pesos. Hindi naman hinihingi. Binawasan nila yung agriculture, binawasan nila yung PhilHealth, o wala silang nilagay sa PhilHealth, by the way. Pati yung defense, binawasan nila. Pati yung pension, binawasan nila. Pati, DSWD, tinanggalan nila ng 4-piece, mga 50 billion sa 4-piece nila. Tapos, nakapagtataka na bigla nilang itinaas yung budget ng DPWH by as much as 289 billion. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Nilagyan nila ng AKAP, pero dinagdagan nila, bigla silang dinagdagan din nila yung kanilang DPWH budget. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Simple lang ho yan. Ibig sabihin, pagkakapirahan na naman yan. Yung mga project na yan, alam niyo, yung mga project na yan, nakasawsaw na naman sila dyan. Basta DPWH, 25%, 35%, 40% ang kinukuha ho nila dyan. Another is, ang nakakalungkot ho, sila pa ho yung contractor, kalimitan. Sila pa yung mga supplier. Kaya yung mga 40%, 35%, hindi pa ho yan. Meron pa hong dagdag yan kasi sa profit nila as contractor. Aabot pa huli yan na additional siguro 15 to 20%. As supplier, sabihin natin another 15%. Kanila na lang ho lahat. Ganyan ho katakaw ang ating mga mambabatas ho ngayon. Unang-una, sino ho ba? Tanungin ko sa inyo. Sino ho ba ang namimili ng mga district engineer at regional director ng DPWH? Diyan ho, malalaman nyo ho. Yan po yung mga ebidensya.
Public service is never easy. Each day calls us to go beyond ourselves, to smile even when we are tired, to give even when we are already stretched thin, to rise above challenges and stand firm for the people who depend on us. Yet, it is always a sacrifice that is filled with a lot of fulfillment. And this is precisely what I'm going through now, at present. I've never been so busy in my entire life. Ngayon lang. And I would like to apologize to each and every one of you if I cannot perform my task as your mayor of the city of Baguio. It's not an easy task, believe me. It's very challenging, and it is very dangerous as well. Fighting all these very powerful and moneyed people in our country today. And I was expecting, I anticipated that corruption is widespread. But now that I've been going around the country, I've never expected that it is just so deeply entrenched. The magnitude is unbelievable. The magnitude is incredible. Corruption, especially in the infrastructure projects or infrastructure sector, has already become a cottage industry, a livelihood program. Sa dami ng pinuntahan namin mga projects, wala ni isa kaming nakitang maayos. And these are in hundreds of millions of pesos. Ibig sabihin yan, it has become so systemic, highly organized, highly syndicated. Nakakalungkot isipin na itong mga taong ito, sinisira nila ang kinabukasan ng ating bansa. And please, let us not allow this passion to address corruption short-lived. It should be a long-term engagement. Huwag po natin pabayaan na nakawin nila ang kinabukasan ng ating mga kabataan. Huwag natin pabayaan na nakawin nila ang kinabukasan ng ating bayan. And sometimes in my private moments, I weep because I've never seen this kind of corruption. Nakita ko yung mga extortion, mga pangikikil. Pero believe me, this is something very, very different. I can only bow my head and express my frustration. It's a sacrifice. Sometimes I think the safety of my family. Napakahirap labanan ang korupsyon. Dahil lagi na lang may mga taong wala nang ginawa kundi mamulitika at sirain pa yung ating reputasyon. Ganyan na, kagago ang sistema natin dito. Nakikipaglaban na tayo araw-araw, sacrificing our safety, sacrificing our life. Pero may mga tao pa dyan na walang konsensya, na walang ginawa, kundi puro na lang politiko ang pag-iisip. Kasing dumi ng kanilang mga konsensya. They're no different from these very powerful people who continue to destroy our nation. And let me go back. Please know that we deeply appreciate the support each one of you have given to our advocacies. Even as you understand that sometimes some of us need to be away to fulfill our task beyond what we do in our city. Everything we do, everything we push for is with one dream in mind, so that future generations will no longer have to endure the struggles and difficulties that we are experiencing today. Always remember that public service is both an honor and responsibility. What you do every day is strengthen the foundations of good governance, uplift the dignity of our people, and inspire others to believe that change is possible. I keep on saying this as well. It doesn't take one to have a title, to have money, to have fame, to change the world. May you never lose your heart in this mission. It is for the generations that will come after us. And so to our awardees, I congratulate each and every one of you. You are the embodiment of what it truly means to serve with excellence, extraordinary dedication, and sacrifice. Mabuhay kayong lahat. Mabuhay po ang ating syudad. Mabuhay po sana ang ating bayang Pilipinas.